Hi there, Fight fans. Fight 20k back on the video. So, Yarde versus Vilcans. Now, for me, I thought from the first round when he knocked him down in the first round, I thought he'd get him out of there pretty quick, but wasn't to be. I think by his own admission, he realized that the first round knockdown kind of gave him a false sense of security where I think he's gonna stop him, and he kept looking for a big punch to end the fight. And don't get me wrong, he won the fight, but he wasn't comfortable. He wasn't comfortable with, and he was very competitive in spurts. Whereas this guy, he's basically unknown. No one's even heard of him. And Joshua Barratzi was there ringside watching, and you could tell he wasn't really impressed. That fight between them now looks like everyone's swinging towards Barratzi because of Baratzi's past performance against Willie Hutchinson, which is a live opponent, and is able to get some knockdowns and get him out and win the fight. Even though the judges had it in a weird scoring in that fight anyway. But I think Yarde kind of struggled with Vilcans at times, really bad. The only time when Yarde actually looked kind of good was in the final 10th round, the last round, 10th round fight. That's when he kind of like outboxed him, and that if he had boxed like that for the whole fight, it probably would have got him out of there. But because he was looking for it, but I think looking back, he admitted that the knockdown in the first round was the worst thing that could happen to him, so for him to be aware of that is a good sign, to be honest with you. It don't mean that it means that if he was in there against somebody else, it'd have to be a different level. Yeah, he admits that. So I don't think it's a pulling out of the office, misjudge the opponent, and underestimate the opponent, because Vilcans didn't come down to come down for a payday. He came actually to fight. He came to win. He came with some ambition. So because he came with some ambition and he's virtually unknown, it looks, because it's unknown, it looks bad. But it's boxing, and then you always got a chance, especially once you hit a certain weight class, them punches are going to be hard. So you got a chance, innit? So you know what I mean. So I think for me, Yarde did poorly, but is it a true reflection of who he is? I don't think it is. I could be wrong. I do really think that that Yarde needs to step up now, start having these no-name guys, mediocre guys fighting, or he fights world class. So he needs nothing in between to feed development. You know what I mean? The only fight in between his development was Lyndon Arthur, which obviously he lost the first fight, and then Avenger was stuck to him in the second fight in the rematch. But for me, there needs to be something in between. He can't just be fighting these guys plucked from obscurity, plucked from out of nowhere to fight in world class fight. There's nothing for him to learn and get the experience. Like when he fought Kovalev, he was very inexperienced. If he had fights in between that, you might be looking at Anthony Yarde as world champion, because he almost got Kovalev out of there. But if you think about it, even Kovalev says his power's for real. So therefore, if he had a bit more experience in between those fights he's had, it'd be a different story. I think that's what's messed his career up. Even though he has a good career, he's got two front one did really good with him. But what point I'm making is, his development as a fighter, he needs to have had bigger fights in between. Where it's decent level opponent to get through those fights, because that's how you learn as a fighter. You can't just be having these guys you're getting out of there, because where are you learning? How are you learning? You're not learning anything. You learn that you can beat somebody, you can beat the man in front of you. Like, you're not gonna learn too much from those fights. You gotta have some. You learn more from adversity when your back's against the wall. You learn more about yourself, and you learn more about your development as a fighter. And I think that's what his development as a fighter has been kind of messed up, for want of a better word. But it's been messed up, like, you know what I mean. But like, he needs to have these fights where he's not just beating the guy who's got a pedestrian win, like, because then you can have nights like he did on Saturday, where he didn't do his best or show his best because he was competing with someone that, end of the day, he didn't really know, but underestimated. And the guy came there to compete. If he had sat down and boxed, he would have got him out of there. There's no doubt about it. He would have got him out of there. But we'll see what's next for Anthony Yarde. He's been a little bit inactive. We'll see if he's getting more active. And at the end of the day, he's now 33, 34. I think, or 30, between 32 and 34. Getting in his 30s, so he needs to have big fights now, decent fights now, because having these little one-away guys you can knock over jobs isn't going to help his development, especially at this stage in his career. It needs to have defining fights. I even watched a video with Curtis Woodhouse. He said that he can't box. He's like, it's more about athletic gifted. I think Anthony Yarde can box, but his athleticism is a big factor. He's a freak of nature. Athletically, he's gifted. So I think, but he has some fundamentals, because he doesn't throw his punches like an amateur. He throws his punches very well polished. So I think Tunde's done a good job of him there. So I think it has got boxing skill, but I think he relies a lot on athleticism. Can't even get the words out. Athleticism, but you know what I mean, guys. He's gifted in that way, so he relies on that too much sometimes, where he has got boxing skills. I've watched him spar before, so I think, like, he has got the skills. He has got skills to outbox someone, but it's just about him applying it and not relying too much on power and his athletic God gifted talent. He needs to rely more on his fundamentals, and he has them. He has got decent fundamentals. It's not like he's just some guy that's come off the street and he's athletic gifted and he's just thrown into fights because he can do it. No, he's actually got a decent boxing brain. He knows how to do certain things. So let's see what he can do against a decent opponent. He can't keep fighting these mediocre guys. It's not going to work for him. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It helps my channel greatly. Thank you very much.